Hey guys, happy Thursday. Okay, we're gonna have to make some changes because what I've noticed is that in the last like 4 days, I have been exhausted from the time that I've woken up to the time I go to bed. No matter like what I eat, what I do, anything, I'm just really tired. And you could probably see it in my eyes, just an amount of exhaustion that I am. And I don't know really why. And so I'm gonna have to like start making some changes. Um, you know, I think I'm gonna cut out and try to cut out like as much processed sugar and extra sugar that I've been having a lot more lately. And while I like bringing my granddaughter out to like stuff like frozen yogurt, etc., and every once in a while I'll get like a Starbucks, like a hot chocolate, because I don't drink like coffee, etc. I need to cut that stuff out. That stuff needs to be completely cut out. I don't really eat a lot of sugar, but every once in a while, like I'll grab something that's I was eating or whatever. And I need to cut out like processed sugar altogether because it could be playing a part because I am in menopause. And because I have chronic pancreatitis, they can't supplement me any kind of estrogen replacement because it can cause acute pancreatitis. And so he's told me basically I have to tough it and rough it out. Um, while that sucks to hear, it's not easy. I'm not going to say menopause whatsoever is easy because it's not. Not only does it come with like depression, it comes with insomnia. And I've been realizing a lot lately that I can't go to sleep at night. Like last night, I'm up until like 12 o'clock at night editing the video that I did for YouTube. As you can tell, it's like 8:52 tonight. Normally, people would be going to bed like 9, 10, maybe, I'm up until 2 a.m., sometimes 3 a.m. And my body still wakes me up pretty early in the morning. But today ended up getting up at 10. And I cannot for the last couple days go without a nap. I'm just so exhausted. While I have high energy, don't get me wrong. Like anybody that knows me knows I have high energy. And that today I did a 1 over of my whole house. Like even though I have my little Roomba vacuum, I went with my regular vacuum and moved all the furniture and vacuumed everything and cleaned everything, dusted everything, went into the cabinets, reorganized, went into like every single room, dusted, like bathroom cleaned, scrubbed, laundry, redid my bed, posted on my Facebook group, everything gray. I just love the color gray. I love like if the filter could be everything like gray and like gray, gray filter, which I do have some, I would use it all the time, constantly, because I just love those black and white filters. It's like my huge like Polaroid kind of back in the old days kind of thing. So I have a couple different Facebook groups. One's everything's gray, and two is 30-day challenges. And yeah, so, but I also have brain fog where I'll come into a room and I'm like, what am I in here for? What was that? Like, I'm having that as well. And that comes along with menopause as well. Also, like, just be honest, like, around my midsection, while it is still tiny, I have more weight there than I ever have in my entirety of my life. I've always been like super, 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 super tight, thin, everything. And I can pinch. I can pinch like weight on there. And that's called menopause belly or something like that. And no matter like how active I am, like how much I like work out or, all that kind of stuff, I still have that. And it's been so frustrating. And it started actually a couple of years ago where I realized it was happening. I actually went to the doctor. I went to the doctor because I was like, what the heck's going on? I'm in the gym. I'm doing progressive overload. I am working out with weights. I'm at home. I'm actually doing cardio. Like, what's happening? I'm on a great diet because pancreatitis doesn't allow me to eat bad food, what's happening. And they diagnosed me with hypothyroidism. And so I had to start taking hypothyroidism medicine that I do every single morning. And that sucked. And so my thyroid wasn't working properly. And I never had to go up I take the lowest doses of hypothyroidism medicine, but still, that doesn't help your stomach middle section either. And while I'm tiny around my middle section, I'm not as tiny and tight. And as much as I work out, I would love to get like those lines and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, in reality, it just doesn't look like I would want it to look. Obviously, I'm my worst critic. And when you put in like leggings, you like scrunch up, like everything's scrunched. And that's not the way, obviously everything's scrunched and I'm in like small, obviously in everything. It's not like what I haven't been like the most confident when it comes to like my body. And then I start getting back into working out and I start getting back into cardio and I'm like, okay. And I injured this shoulder and neck and I'm down. And then I get back into it again and then I can't breathe in my chest and I have a sharp pain. It's going to my back and my shoulder and I injured something like in my back or shoulder or something and that still hurts. And so I have to go back to the doctor. So right now I can't really do anything. And yesterday I went to the park, which I almost didn't go to the park because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. And I don't know if it's just like me just feeling so defeated and just being like, just down or like diet. Like, let's just be honest. I have chronic pancreatitis. So my diet is very restrictive, very restrictive. I eat like you're training. Like I can eat turkey, like ground turkey or turkey and chicken. I can't have any fruits, anything that is like high in acidic anything. Like I can't have any fruits except for bananas. I barely can have vegetables except for like zucchini and squash, some cauliflower. I can't have any roughage. I can have asparagus. I'm just trying to think because like sometimes like Thanksgiving dinner will wreck me. I've noticed that happening. I have I can have oats, but I can't have blueberries or raspberries or strawberries, or I have a very little amount of honey. I have to like basically take my oatmeal and kind of water it down so that my digestive system can basically digest it. Because that's what the thing is that your pancreas like works with all of that kind of stuff. And so I have to have digestive enzymes. And while I eat, my body doesn't, it can just go right through and I don't get any of the nutrients from it. And I'm not deficient in anything because I checked that just last when I was in the emergency room, so I'm not deficient in anything. But I have been deficient. I've been deficient in vitamin D. I've been deficient in magnesium. I've been deficient in potassium. I've been deficient in a lot of different things because of this. And it has caused different things, like, I think the last time that I actually felt like this was I was deficient in vitamin D, but I'm actually not deficient in anything. So I don't really understand outside of like menopause, but like I can't eat out. I can't have like McDonald's or anything like that. I can't have grease. I can have like, I've been able to have sushi and fish. I have to be everything that's lean, not a lot of processed. I can have avocado, but it has to be like, so yeah. Chronic pancreatitis sucks. It really sucks. And whatever's happening like with my back is very, very sore. And I'm afraid to lay on my side. So I'm sleeping directly on my back at all times. I'm not laying on my sides at all. I'm laying directly on my back. But I'm just feeling, I don't know. I'm not feeling sick. I'm just feeling like blah. I'm feeling really blah, and it's not like I'm not motivated, like goal motivated. I am. I'm still reading. I'm still doing that kind of stuff. I'm still posting. I'm still doing YouTube. I'm still motivated. It's just I'm exhausted, and I don't really understand why. I just don't know, and it's frustrating. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna try to cut out like processed sugar altogether, but it just, I've been in those moments where it's like, I've been in the moments where I've been able to not been able to eat anything and I've lost like 5, 6 pounds, etc. But I don't think I need to lose any weight. I hold probably around like 120 or so. And that's because I have a lot of muscle on me or muscle memory. I don't get me wrong. I do squats. I do lunges. I do all that kind of stuff multiple times a day. Like, I'm obsessed with movement and getting that kind of stuff in. I just haven't been working upper body whatsoever because I don't know what's going on, because it hurts like completely underneath here, almost like to my lymph node, just even touch. And I didn't do anything that would be weight related to like injure it. Like, I wasn't lifting like a weight or anything, but like even lifting my arm up to like get on my yoga mat to like stretch or anything absolutely kills. So it's a must need that I go to the doctors and find out what the heck is actually going on. I was going to get on the treadmill tonight, but my body is screaming absolutely not. And I have to start listening to my body. So that is what's happening on this Thursday, April, what is it? The 26th. And yeah, so it sucks. But that's what's happening. I'm going to try cutting out the sugar. I mean, I've just been trying all new things and reinventing myself in general. So I'm just going to try cutting out the sugar. I know that sucks. I mean, I'm not going to 100% cut it out because I know that you go into like some kind of withdrawal craziness and I don't need that on top of everything. But I'm going to cut out the most I can. And then try to get off of it altogether. But I'm just not going to do it like cold turkey. But yeah, so anyways, guys, I hope you have an amazing Thursday, and I'll see you guys in my next video.